Good with y'all, Foster Gamer, Foster Gamer, Foster Gamer. No, okay. Just fucking with you. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We back. And crazy thing was, at first I was going to play like a different game, but I decided I was like, yo, let me just continue this shit because I feel like that's what happened last time. Like I took like a mean break. Next thing you know, I ended up scoring a B. I went back to back. I got an A this time. I was not playing. Sounds like we're good. Just need to turn up my volume a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was like so tempted to soft reset so many times just because I felt like I didn't understand the question. But I stuck it. I stuck through. It's crazy because I did not like even. You know, it's the only thing like I feel like they really didn't do great with. But what if I broke out? Okay. I feel like these rooms have not really come into play. I have not had to use these. Like kitchen, staff room, all this shit did not come into play. I feel like same thing here. I feel like maybe in chapter 2 the map kind of came into play, but so far like the map has not come into play. I hate that they don't like they don't give you enough they don't put the info for the characters like in the relations thing, so you gotta instantly assume like this and that. I keep wondering because it's Kasuga. I'm wondering if low key like Saya was like her sister or something. But no, you talk. Wait, nah, she's talking about somebody else though. I'm tripping. But yeah. I don't want to say that's like everything here. I just hate when I see like exclamation marks, like on stuff. But I'm starting to understand a little bit better, like how, like the wording with the clues. That's the other thing. I feel like they was going crazy with the They was going crazy with the wording. But in my opinion, I don't think it was a translation issue. I just legitimately think like they just really worded it badly. Like I feel like even like if you was playing this in a different language, it still would have just not came out. It wouldn't have like come out as good. So when I talk about like me not being able to understand certain stuff, I'm not talking about the people that translated the game. I'm talking just like the wording in general. Because I'm pretty sure like even in like its native language, people probably struggled with understanding some of the clues. Because some of them are so similar. So let's see here. We got Haruka. We got more stuff to it now. Oh, they're really not about to play this whole episode like in this one small box. That probably took like a whole lot of effort to do. What in the world? Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So it looks like now they're playing everything back. So in 1841, Edgar Allan Poe publishes The Murders in Rue Morgue. Wait, why are all these? Wait, they're talking about some of these authors, from Doyle to Poe. I wonder why though. That's pretty curious. Cause like I get it with the whole Japanese war and shit, but now that we're going into like Edgar Allan Poe and we're going into Arthur Conan Doyle. So yeah, that's pretty unique. Alright. So let me see here. SS Van Dam publishes the Benson murder case. I don't really know too much about Dine. I've heard of the Benson murder case. I don't know too much of the details or the story or even the summary of it though. But I know of like the book. Oh yeah, then we got Agatha Christie. And if y'all, fun fact, I've played a few games that were based off of her books of that one detective, Perrier. Her I keep calling him I be trying to call him Hercules. I think it's like Hercule Perrier, detective, but I might be saying his name wrong too. Yeah, but oh wow, she could have still been alive. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, cause yeah, she probably would have had just been passing. Yeah, cause she published this, I'm assuming she probably was like early 90s. So yeah, she could have actually still have been alive for a little bit. Like probably not alive now, but like she definitely could have been alive for a minute. So yeah, this was the Wonder and Mummy. It's chapter 1. Then we go a little bit later to the murder. And then homie's youngest brother dies like later on. That's crazy.
So Ryohei went to this nightclub in search of an eternally youthful singer. And he ran into Josie there. Why would Yayoi have this book? Oh, Yoko! How is Yoi doing now?
Ah, the smell of incense. That's from me. We light it in memory of Miyuki, Ryoi's first wife.
Eiichi's mother.
Yes, they lost her to cancer. That book looks pretty old.
It was in Yayoi's room. Have you heard anything about it? It might shed some light on what she was thinking.
I've never seen it before. But the Scarlet Chameleon nightclub, that sure does take me back.
You've heard of it?
The club closed when the bubble burst, then reopened as a theater. I've performed there back when I was acting.
You were an actress?
Yes, under the name Kyo.
Kyo?
It's a play on my name. I rearranged the letters in Yoko and got Kyo. Nothing ever came of it, but that was how I met Ryoi.
Hmm. What's the name was 20. What's her name was 18, I believe. So I don't think the ages match. That's like the one thing I hate. Like they don't that timeline. I don't care about the timeline. Cause what's her name was like around his 20s at the time.
So Ryohei went back to that place after the murder. How long ago was this?
Around 10 years ago, I think. Age was catching up, I guess. I just didn't have the energy for it anymore, so I decided to retire.
He was there in the audience at my final performance.
And do you know what he said to me? It is such a shame. You've honed your craft. I was sure you'd get your big break. Cherry blossoms are beautiful even when they fall, but not just in full bloom.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like it's a deep meaning to that shit, fam.
Even when they fall.
So I ended up leaving the stage for good, but I've found happiness with Ryoi.
Did you know the Shijima family was researching ways to stop aging?
Of course not. I didn't find out until we were married, and I couldn't care less about it.
You didn't think that it might help you stay young forever?
Many people fear growing old when they are young. I know I did. But as I got older, I started to see that it's not so bad. Actually, the years give you more to see and discover. That was another thing I learned from him.
True. So I had to refresh the chat. If y'all need to say anything, just say it on now.
Did you hear us talking?
Why, my father wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. I think I understand now. Well, how was the book? Find anything useful?
There was a section where Ryoi talks about agelessness in the Tokijiku. He makes it sound like a fairy tale, though.
So he does know after all, and he's been keeping it from us.
Also, something occurred to me just now while I was talking with Yoko.
What is it?
Give me some time to think. Here. Try reading this. Just the ending is fine.
All right.
This book was very important to Yayoi. I think her secret may be hidden inside it.
Okay. But the detective had nothing to do with that. But the hats are different. But why is this a thing? I don't see it. So let's go off of what she's saying. Yayoi. I can't see it. I can't see it. I mean, I can see how she's Ioi, but I don't see how Jozu and Makoto are like the same person. Why would he change his name at this point?
That must be who Yayoi really is. Done?
Yeah. Skim the important parts anyway.
The main character, Io. She's Yayoi, isn't she?
That would make Io's diva. The important person she lost 50 years ago because of that detective.
Yes. 50 years after he forced her beloved eternal diva off the stage forever, Yayoi finally got her revenge. Reading this account over and over again must have fueled her hatred for him.
She waited 50 years for her revenge?
Yes. The target of Yayoi's revenge was at the club that night. I'll bet Yayoi took revenge on Josei Kusaka. Detective Josei also appears in that story set 100 years ago in the Taisho era. Assuming the Taisho era Josei, Showa era Josei from 50 years ago, and Makoto Nishimari are all the same person.
Then there really are people who don't age.
Based on what we know, that's my conclusion for now.
Do you want to ask Yayoi directly? She might be willing to actually tell us the truth.
I'll go and try again later on, but I'm not really sure if she will talk.
We could also try a different route.
What do you mean?
We'll contact the editor at Bungei Sekai and ask them to tell us about the person who submitted the story, Io. If the description matches Yayoi, then we'll have some certainty. What do you think, Akari?
It's a good plan, but that's
What's
how
been up
she's
with her
for
this whole time?
labels. I have their contact information, but
I'll do it. I mean, I count as a writer, don't I? Tell me how to get in touch with them. I'd like to inquire about the person who submitted the account of a crime from 1972. From 1972. I feel like I've heard that date before.
Me too, actually.
What was it? 1972. Showa 47.
Then, the Scarlet Camellia reappeared in the lives of the Shijima family after the Great Kanto earthquake and the World War in 1972.
The Scarlet Camellia!
Of course. The Scarlet Camellia began committing murders again in 1972.
There has to be some connection to this story.
But why? What connection could there be?
Nah, they was at the nightclub, not that they read the story. Because I'm sure they're keeping tabs on the Shijimas anyway.
You don't suppose the Scarlet Camellia was at the nightclub? Maybe seeing both Ryoi Shijima and Josei in person triggered the Scarlet Camellia.
If that's true, that means my father might have met this Scarlet Camellia.
Yes, and someone else, too. Yayoi might have met the Scarlet Camellia 50 years ago.
Excuse me, there's something I should tell you.
Sure. What is it?
It's about the skeleton under the tree. It was Mr. Shijima who uncovered it.
My father?
Yes, he dug under the cherry tree and out popped those old bones. I don't know why he was digging there, but
I see.
I didn't want to say anything and cause trouble, but then Mr. Shijima got poisoned, and that detective got murdered, and I got scared thinking those bones might be cursed. I just thought you should know.
I see. Thank you, Takehiko.
Man, just holding the ratchet.
Joey must have known there was a skeleton buried under the cherry tree, right?
I'm going to see my father. Maybe he'll regain consciousness. I'm also curious about the Tokijiku mentioned in this story.
I'll go with you. I'm worried about you going by yourself.
I'll go talk to Yayoi about this 50-year-old case.
Okay, but be careful.
About what?
This place is pretty big. When I was a kid, I got lost one time and ended up in this weird room.
I'll be fine. I'm just going to the storehouse.
Alright, see you later.
I wonder, what did you bring me this time?
I brought this. Is the detective you killed the same person as Josie in this story?
If I said yes, you wouldn't believe me, would you?
Still being evasive, I see.
Going with X.
Did you really murder the detective Nishimari?
What do you mean?
I believe this Scarlet Camellia is connected somehow to today's incidents.
You think that this person killed the detective?
I don't know about that. Yayoi, will you tell me what you know?
If that's what you want. Here. These have been in this storehouse for a long time. You might find what you're looking for.
Could these be? They were Yoshino's handwritten manuscripts, the continuation of that story published in Shinsei Nen.
Smack. Check that. Let me check. Yeah.
It was 6 months after the murder at the private auction. In that time, I stayed close to Josie and continued investigating the stolen Tokijiku and the mysterious Scarlet Camellia. But I wasn't able to find any meaningful clues, and I grew more anxious with each passing day. That was when I received a letter from my uncle Azon.
Chapter 4, The River of Oblivion. Not that Oblivion. I still gotta give that another go.
Let's take a break.
I'm sorry.
Could you show me the letter again?
Yes.
Please allow me to attend this family event. Your father's life may be in danger.
He knew where we were, so he could have seen us in person instead of sending a letter.
He probably thought you just run away from him again. I hate to admit it, but your uncle's handwriting is exceptional. You can
What the
tell he
fuck?
had a good upbringing.
In his letter, my uncle called on me to take part in the family's succession, where the next head of the Shijimas would be chosen. The family succession. What does it involve? The letter also mentioned that my father, Ine Shijima, would be present. I was excited to see father again, but then I recalled the urgency in his voice when he ordered me to leave the house, and for a moment, I wondered if I'd made a mistake.
Take this and leave this place now.
Huh? Is someone after this Tokijiku?
This is my way of making amends. Yoshino. I'm sorry.
Did anything happen to him? Was my father all right?
The cold will get us if we stay in one place too long. Let's go.
If only we had some rice porridge. That'll warm us up a bit.
Rice porridge.
When
Well,
I
we
was
think we is
younger, my
Goldilocks.
father taught me how to make it, something my mother often made long ago, he said.
I see.
Actually, I don't know very much about my mother. I've missed her so badly. But my father never told me anything much about why she left us. My family's hiding something. I've always felt that way, ever since I was a child. Maybe it has something to do with the Tokijiku. Josie, you know something, don't you?
Let's go.
Josie wouldn't tell me anything, but that look of sadness only made me even more anxious. May we come in?
This way, please. Welcome. Miss Yoshino Shijima, I presume?
Yes, I'm Yoshino.
I beg your pardon. You're Yoshino Shijima. I am Misao Jimba, the innkeeper. And this is?
My companion.
Do you wish to share a room?
No, we'll take separate rooms if they're available.
That shouldn't be a problem. Now, if I could get your names here?
Looks like it was written with a fountain pen.
My uncle is already here, I guess.
It must have been cold outside. The winds from the mountains make it especially chilly around here.
Looks like it'll start snowing soon, too.
Oh, you'll find a charcoal brazier in every room. The baths are not far from your rooms. I'll be back again to show you later. The women's bath looks out onto the river, so you get a lovely view of the winter landscape.
Long time no see, Yoshino.
Where's my father?
Gene arrived yesterday, ahead of everyone.
Feel like if I ask the first one, it's just being disrespectful. Because I'm like, that is his. That's probably gonna be his wife type shit, so.
Has something happened to him?
You can go see for yourself.
Josie, please wait here.
This is all your fault. How will you take responsibility for this if it ruins the Shijima family?
There's no need for a successor. It all ends with me as it should. I can't burden Yoshino with this.
Have you forgotten what our mission is?
I don't need to hear any of this from you!
Stop fighting! Uncle! Father!
Yoshino, what are you...
It's been too long, Father.
So you decided to join us after all.
Why did you come back?
I invited her. She needs to be here for the water lantern ceremony.
I said it's not going to happen, you insolent...
That's not for you to decide!
Enough! Get out.
Remember what I said, Gene. You know what happens if you refuse to go through with it.
Hey, son. You've gone too far.
I'm sorry for coming back, Father.
And I'm sorry you had to see all that. You look well, better than I'd imagined.
You also look well, Father. More importantly... Why is it necessary for me to be at the lantern ceremony, Father?
Yoshino, I am very happy to see you. But you shouldn't be here.
Father, I've brought a companion, someone who has done a lot for me. Come in. Father, this is Josie Kusaka. This is my father. What's with you two?
Oh, nothing. Please excuse me. My daughter says you have been looking out for her. I hope she hasn't been too much trouble.
Not at all.
Yoshino, there's no need for you to be a prisoner to the Shijima name. Go out there and live the life you want. You said you wanted to be an author, right?
Yes.
Then don't stop until you become one. There will come a time when women are truly free to carve out their own paths. I'm sure of it.
Father.
Josui, as Yoshino's father, I realize this may come across as a selfish request. But please, do take good care of my daughter.
I will.
Josie, I can't thank you enough. I believe that made my father feel better. Josie? What's wrong?
Nothing. But there's something I must discuss with your father. Yoshino, go on ahead without me.
What is there to... Josie?
Yeah, it's obvious that I don't know if y'all can peep it. It's obvious they know each other.
Something Josie doesn't want me to hear?
You can't leave. I don't want to deal with all this.
What's the matter, Uncle?
An emergency patient.
On this day?
Well, thanks to Gene, there won't be a family event for me to miss.
And what should I do?
You've come all this way. You might as well stay the night.
What about the lantern ceremony?
Yes, go ahead with it. Saita, someday you'll be responsible for the Shijima family. Make sure everything goes smoothly. Could I have something to write with?
Of course. Here you go.
If anything happens, send word to this address. Well, I'll leave the rest to you.
Fine.
Excuse me.
A selfish ass. And poor Towako, you have to suffer too because of him. Anyway, I'm sure he's paying for the rooms, so please make the most of it.
I don't want to cause any trouble.
The lantern ceremony. Better start preparing for it, we'll be late.
Mm. I don't know why he isn't so eager about it.
But I wonder why he doesn't seem eager about it. Towako, I'm sorry for how my uncle acted.
You don't have it easy either, do you? Being summoned here out of the blue?
And I still haven't been told what the purpose of the lantern ceremony is.
It's not hard to imagine. We use fire to send off the dead.
Our ancestors, you mean?
Who knows? I'm not a member of the Shijima family.
Oh my god.
I can't believe we're doing the lantern ceremony by ourselves. What's the point?
Well, we don't have a choice. My father told us to do it, so we have to.
Well, your father's in a tough spot too. I doubt your ancestors would be thrilled to have a runaway daughter and some outsiders sending them off.
That's enough, Ayame.
What? It's the truth, isn't it?
Or she got no filter. She like, it is 1,000% the truth. Oh, whoops. Did I go hitting buttons again?
What's the point? Father's in a tough spot too. I doubt your ancestors would be thrilled to have a runaway daughter and some outsiders sending them off.
Damn.
That's enough, Ayame.
What? It's the truth, isn't it?
Bruh, she got no filters, man.
Excuse me. I'll be in my room.
It's because of those things you said.
Why are you taking her side? You men are all hopeless.
Let's send these off. Yoshino, you're not coming back, are you?
I'm very sorry. It's selfish of me, I know. But being the head of this family? No, that's too heavy a burden. And now that burden falls to you, doesn't it? I think that would be much better for the Shijima family.
My father would never choose me as the successor.
Why?
Because I'm his dear son.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Because more likely, if you become the successor, you're probably never ever leaving this area like that. It's like probably a few times where the head of family probably travels to like different places to meet with other heads of family and stuff, and like just to like parlay and shit. But it's probably rare.
Do you want to leave the family too, Saito?
No, it's not that. It's not that at all. It's not something to be thankful for.
What?
I suppose it's time you learn the truth. The true nature of the Shijima family. And the true meaning of the lantern ceremony.
Our true nature?
You know that we've been receiving the Tokijiku from the Sakaki family for many generations, right?
Yes. And they were wiped out over 10 years ago by someone who wanted the Tokijiku.
The Sakakis were the stewards of an important ritual, you see. There was a single tree growing in their gardens. The fruit of this tree was known as the Tokijiku. Hundreds of years ago, the Shijimas began the research on ways to stop aging using the Tokijiku provided by the Sakaki family. The Shijima's goal was to make everyone ageless. So every 100 years, a family member was chosen to consume the Tokijiku and become the subject of that research. But the way these subjects were treated was... they were essentially... human sacrifices.
Human sacrifices?
They had to endure all manner of abuse. It's no wonder their spirits were soon broken. Then the Sakakis, who took pity on the test subjects, offered to send each one off to the afterlife after 100 years. This is the origin of the succession. In other words, the Shijima's cherry blossom ceremony and the Sakaki's water lantern ceremony.
So that means every 100 years, the head of the house dies. I knew it, yo. Cause I had peeped it. I was like, wait. So the person that was under the tree is the successor. So that's why the person always wanted it to. That's why the head of the household always was trying to end the whole thing. Because in reality, it's like so more likely that means not only Jozu but Ryo Shijima ate the fruits. And I'm assuming, like, at the time, he probably didn't know. Because you gotta think, he's 20 around this time, so that means his success, I say his predecessor probably was still alive at the time. And this was probably around the time he became this successor. So that's why, like, at the end of chapter 3, he's like, "Yo, why did I have to find this out? You telling me this whole time, like like my successor, I said my successor, my predecessor, my pops is gonna end up being like the one to like to die like next and shit.
Then that would mean...
Yeah, they signify the death of a test subject. Because they're sending the spirits off.
The lantern ceremony signifies the death of a test subject.
You must have realized it on some level, surely. Gaine doesn't age. He's been alive for over 100 years. Today's lantern ceremony should have been a send-off. As you know, the Sakakis are no more, so...
And that's why, holy shit. I didn't think about it like that. So that means... Sorry, I keep going back to this. So that means her Takijiko fruit was never gone to begin with. That means Josui just happened. That means Ishinari. Oh wait, hold on. Am I not? Yeah. Mishinari Minami and Josui Kazuka low key were just working with each other. Whether Mazunori realizes it or not. So there was never a second what's the name fruit. He came to just pick up the current one because the ceremony was coming in pretty soon. So he would have stole the fruit anyway and would have came through here. That is nuts.
Now the Shijima, as you know, the ceremony should have been a send-off. As you know, the Sakakis are no more, so now the Shijimas are in charge of both events. But Gaine refuses to go through with the succession. He means to end our traditions.
Father...
I could never say this to my father's face, but I also think the research needs to stop. And the Shijima family has done even more reprehensible things.
What else is
What?
there?
Why do you think the Sakakis were suddenly wiped out over 10 years ago? It was the Shijimas who attacked them. 14 years ago, the Shijima's entire store of Tokijiku was lost. So, they decided to take all of the Sakaki's Tokijiku by force and killed them. And their home was burned to the ground. The Tokijiku that you left with, the one that was stolen from you, was the last of that ill-gotten hoard.
The Shijimas burned down the Sakaki's home, and father? A human sacrifice who doesn't age? Is that why he told me to take the Tokijiku and run away?
Making amends.
But even if I'm free, my father could never leave the Shijima family.
What are you going to do about this?
I said I was sorry, didn't I?
Sorry isn't enough. I can't do anything without them. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. But calm down, Ayame.
How do you expect me to be calm like this? What are you going to do about it?
I'll go look for them later, alright?
Later. Always later. That's what's wrong with you.
Did
Yes, I know, I'm
something
sorry.
happen?
Are you
I
really
don't
sorry?
know. Please,
When I heard
Ayame.
voices outside, I found them.
Like
this.
Come on,
What are
can't
you
you
going
just
to
forgive
do
me?
about it? You need to take
My
responsibility.
dear guests, is something the matter?
Sorry. I know it's late. This oaf bumped into me in the hallway and knocked my glasses off, and they fell out the window.
I already apologized. I didn't do it on purpose.
I know. In that case, go get them already. I can't see anything without my glasses.
You expect me to go looking for them in the middle of the night? It's pitch dark out there.
There are many places near the river where you might lose your footing. It would be best not to go walking down there at night.
I'll go find them first thing in the morning, alright?
Honestly, you're absolutely useless.
Very sorry.
It's okay.
Why don't we
Oh yeah, before all that, I'm curious about something. I want to hear about this shit again.
My glasses. Sorry.
Please,
When I heard
Ayame.
voices outside, I found them. Like this.
Come on,
What are
can't
you
you just
going to
forgive
do
me?
about it? You need to take
My
responsibility.
dear guests, is something the matter?
Sorry. I know it's late. This oaf bumped into me in the hallway and knocked my glasses off, and they fell out the window.
I already apologized. I didn't do it on purpose.
I know. In that case, go get them already. I can't see anything without my glasses.
You expect me to go looking for them in the middle of the night? It's pitch dark out there.
There are many places near the river where you might lose your footing. It would be best not to go walking down there at night.
I'll go find them first thing in the morning, alright?
Honestly, you're absolutely useless.
Very sorry.
It's okay.
Why don't we all go look together?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She'll only get more upset with me if you helped. I never should have married her.
Oh,
Oh, don't tell Ayame I said that. Oh. Excuse me.
oh.
I said that.
If we got that on 4K.
I never should have married her.
You on 4K, bro?
Oh, don't tell Ayame I said that.
Oh wait, what's the early 1900s version of being called 4K? You were witness.
Oh, excuse me. Ayame.
You were witnessed by 4
Please
people.
rest well.
I say these 3 and me.
Maybe I should go talk to Father. Father? Are you awake? tomorrow it is, then.
For the record, y'all probably thinking the same thing as me. He's probably dead.
Morning, Yoshino.
Good morning.
I smell of drink, do I? Sorry about that. After the lantern ceremony, the night manager and I had a few rounds in the dining hall. Before I knew it, it was morning.
I see.
Anyway, I'm going home. Certainly don't want this outsider to overstay her welcome.
Yeah, there's no need to be concerned about that.
There's no need to be concerned about that.
I thought. Whoops.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I like accommodating Izan and his whims. The life of a flower is so short. Go find love while you're young, okay?
Life is short, huh? What about flowers that last forever? Josie. Good morning.
Morning.
How was your night? I had trouble falling asleep.
So did I.
You too?
Good morning, Miss Yoshino.
Is something wrong?
I went to wake Mr. Shijima this morning, as I usually do, but he still hasn't answered the door.
No
He
shit.
requested a wake-up call at 7 o'clock every morning. In fact, he was already awake when I went to his room yesterday.
Yeah. That can only mean one thing. That can only mean one thing, y'all.
Father!
No, wait. Gen-A!
What on earth? It's as if they were put here to keep people out. Father! Father!
We're coming in.
What's that sound? Father! 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 Father!
Huh. There's no one here. Seems the murderer escaped through this window. Just a moment too late. Inform the police. Quickly.
Yes, of course.
Father!
His kimono is in disarray. He tried to fight back. A long, thin wound. It looks like he was stabbed once with some type of blade. The body is already completely stiff. The murder must have taken place yesterday. During the lantern ceremony, or possibly before that.
My father was killed by the Scarlet Camellia. Tomorrow it is then. If I had just stayed with him.
This is my fault. It's not your fault. I'm truly sorry.
If my father was fated to meet his end here, perhaps fate brought me here as well.
Yoshino.
I'll do whatever I can do to find whoever killed my father. That's how I'll repay my father for having faith in me. And I will carve my own path.
I understand. We'll find the killer.
Or die trying, like 50 Cent.
Thank you so much. This murder involves the Shijima family. Let me handle the investigation. What do you mean? Don't inform the police.
Well, I got in touch with your uncle earlier. He said he'll be back around noon, and the police must not be told anything until then.
Why?
Yoshino, my father booked the entire inn. We're the only guests here. Something goes wrong, and a Shijima could be named the prime suspect. You see the problem, don't you?
Not at all. What's important is that we find the killer as soon as possible.
Oh, I'm not suggesting we cover up anything. I'm just saying it's not too late to inform the police after we get our facts in order.
In that case...
Yeah, she holding it down. She not playing with them.
Whoever killed father, I will uncover the truth. You'll help me, won't you?
You? What can you do?
For a start, please tell me what you were doing this morning.
I was in my room. I was waiting for Saeta to come back from the riverbank.
I was at the riverbank all morning searching for Ayame's glasses. I found them downstream. They got caught on a piece of driftwood, thankfully.
No one has a solid alibi for this morning, around the time when someone escaped from my father's room. Toako was already gone, but she left the lantern ceremony early. Then she drank with the night manager in the dining hall until morning. The night manager confirmed that they were together all night.
We still don't know when Gene was murdered. Identifying the killer this way might be difficult.
Right now, our only clue is the rope tied to the railing outside that window. Let me investigate some more. The inn staff kindly moved my father's body. I'm sure he would have found this room too cold.
The killer murdered Gene yesterday at night, then returned to this room in the morning. So the question is...
What did they come back to the room for? That is the missing link, right?
Perhaps they realized some incriminating evidence had been left behind. Or are they searching for something else?
Something like...
There aren't any potential hiding places either.
Why come back when it's light out, instead of under the cover of night?
My assumption is that, because my whole thing is, if they did leave a clue or whatever, they probably would have came back. They would have spun the block a third time, probably. So, in my opinion, something may be missing from the room.
Something might be missing from this room. It won't turn on.
As I thought. The light bulb in this room was burned out. That's why the killer had no choice but to come back in the morning.
Hmm. I think it's more of a, yeah, I think...
But as long as they had a light source, they could have searched in this room at night.
That's true. But it might have been something hard to find with just a flashlight or a lamp.
What could be worth the risk?
Has anything changed in this room since yesterday?
The ashtray is missing. My father was a smoker, so it's odd not to see one in this room.
The ashtray?
The killer got out through this window. using this rope. Hmm? It looks like there's something tied to it.
Wait, don't pull it up. I'll go down to the riverbank and see.
Did you find anything?
Yes, there's a cast iron kettle tied to the end of the rope.
A kettle?
Yeah. You can pull it up now. I'll look around and see if there's anything else.
This is heavy.
Yoshino! Look, it's an ashtray. I'll bet it came from that room.
So that would mean the killer took it, but dropped it during the escape?
Mr. Eisan Shijima has arrived.
How on earth is Gene dead? Murdered at that. What are you gonna do about it?
It isn't our fault.
Bro, why is man just snapping at people?
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you?
Trust me, I won't. Let the killer get away with this. My father, Gene, was killed at an inn where a Shijima family ceremony was held. Sometime yesterday, someone stabbed him in the chest.
Early this morning, we heard the sound of someone escaping when we rushed into this room. The rope found hanging from the window must have been left behind by the killer.
Whoever killed father must still be in this inn. We can't let them escape, can we? I will do whatever it takes to uncover their scheme.
Alright, my main focus needs to be just to solve this shit. So, know about his room. Okay. Oh wait, he had a kettle. Why was there a kettle here? So before incident, kettle was in his room. It's found with the rope. Okay. Keep it going. Some must be discussed with your father. Not gonna worry about that. To address the Eisen wrote down. Red Camellia was left. But they're not going about with that. All these statues too. That was another thing. But I guess that's not it. Sound like something falling. Oh, I entered it in the wrong spot. Window was open. Or not. Keep going. Knocked over armrest. I didn't even see that. Tables tipped over. So do they want me to say the stuff that was odd about it? I think that's where they want me to go about. The brazier was still burning in the morning. Yeah. So the braziers used to heat up a room, right? They could have also used it as a possible light because they said the light wasn't working. Top it over a vase. It originally had flowers in, but wait, it was placed where now? Maybe I'm overthinking this. There's a window railing as well as a what's the name? What's that have to do with anything? Hmm. I tried the low end table before. Nothing. With the small space. And we did the closet too, right? Yeah, ashtray, but the ashtray was missing. Tried that and they said that wasn't the vibe. I tried the knocked over armrest too. I try rope reaching the river bank. Alright, so they not trying to give me leeway on this. Alright, so what we got next here? Why did the killer return to the room? This ain't the killer drop something, I don't think so. So obviously the killer was looking for something. What? Okay, I was like, yo, what's happening? Killer was searching for something. What's that have to do with anything? Where's the part where they said, I think it has something to do with statues. Oh wait, here we go. Nope. Alright, so alright, where's that one thing they was talking about that was like lit but wasn't lit no more? Shout out to, you can use the inside by pushing. Yeah, I know. I've been avoiding it because they said you can only use it so many times or something like that. Shout out to Moon over RC. They're in the live chat. Nice to meet you, by the way. Something to discuss. Something to discuss. Where is it at? Alright, we'll come back to that. How did the killer escape from the room? Alright, let's get to... Okay. That bad boy there. There we go there. That is true. Because that was one of the things I was thinking of too at first. Because you told me you tied it. Yeah, because I started thinking about it like that too. Because that kettle, even with the kettle and all that, no matter how heavy that shit is, if a person was trying to use that to like let's say paraglide or whatever, that kettle's not going to hook on to anything for a while. So it's a small possibility that the rope would slack and cause you to hit the ground. Now, if you was climbing up, that's a whole different ball game. You could grab the kettle with you, tie it, and throw it. Wait, that's how you can leave? Okay, never mind. They showed me a different way of how they left. So they're saying that how the thing is, it comes all the way down, which is weird in itself. Okay, so but yeah, from what they told me, those insights are limited, and knowing this game, the cases are probably gonna get tougher. Granted, the last case I did was I was actually able to solve it pretty quicker than like the one before it. Alright, so we got that part done. That's so they're saying the killer didn't escape through the window. Oh yeah, I forgot about the swaying rope. Nope, they're not giving me that one either. Okay. The open window? Yeah. Wait, they're saying this man jumped? Ain't no way. Bro, that man breaking ankles. Ain't no way, God. That man gonna look like Kyle from South Park when he tried to get taller, God. Oh, let's keep this moving. Why'd the killer prepare the rope? Rope was used to sneak into his room. So they're saying it was tied on the top part of that. So it wasn't like tied on like another floor. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. The rope tied to the ceiling. All you have to do is just pull it. The moment you pull it, oh, okay. So then another thought pops into my mind. So It's a trick I've seen done before in case closed. It was like they was stuck I think not during the snow, but they was stuck like in a particular part of the crib or whatever. And it was like another one of those locked room murders, I think. Or like pretty much it's like how could the killer like do this and then be able to race all the way back in time or whatever. Point is, what happened was they tied the key or whatever to the string. So whenever like I think somebody opened the door or something, the thing would move on its own, so that the killer wouldn't have to like do it themselves. What we got? What we got? The swaying rope. Oh. I think it's the ashtray. One's from the mountains. What else do I have here? Alright. Try topple vase. Try the light bulb. I tried the armrest. His room being a mess. But everyone was doing it in the morning. No, morning. Body was already stiff. What about his body? Okay. I tried these already, right? Ashtray, closet. No, continue on. Why was the kettle tied to the rope? Thinking too far ahead. Because my whole thing was, why was the kettle so, like, heavy? Ain't sound just... I was thinking, like, wait, are you trying to say the kettle was making sounds in the distance? What else we got here? Kettle was used as a way to pull the rope. But that's what I'm saying, though. It's not that heavy. Because she was able to pull it up. Oh yeah, I gotta remember there's no accomplices. So I can't just, like, start wilding out like that. Alright, let's just not worry about that for now. Keep going. A clue that the kettle was used to pull the rope. Yeah, I had a feeling. I was like, so is this where it comes to play? So... that... Weighing rope. No. Am I going too far back? Yep, I am. His room being a mess. What else? Tipped over table. Top of a vase. Nope. They're telling me that I'm reaching. Kettle found at the riverbank. Don't worry about that. Alright, continue on. What else we got? Why was the rope pulled with the kettle? Alright, playing rope. Oh wait, hold on. I was there to see that. Okay. Alright, so we got that one. If he was strangled, they would have said that he was strangled. But why would they be targeting him? Ah. That makes no sense. Bring distance down. So before incident, ashtray was on the table. Well, let's keep it moving. Could have entered his room. I know it's the wrong one. I want the other one. Yeah, he wasn't in the room this morning. Alright, so I got confirmation on that part. Wasn't what's the name the only one whose name got brought into the mix of this? Yeah, because her and the what's the name were drinking. Yeah, I forgot to put this one here. He said he was looking for her glasses, but was alone, so he can't prove that he was telling the truth. Alright, continue on. When was he killed? Wait, it should be on the info with his body, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If he was killed during it, alright. Alright, they trying me with that one. Sounds like we heard. Over his room. River. Jesse rolled down. Flow of the river. Let me go all the way back. Did I try the spacing? Yeah, I did. Wait a minute. Futon matches and then clothes are folded up in the closet. So, if he was killed during nighttime, Why would they be folded? So the killer didn't know about the 7 a.m. wake up call. And that's why they did that last minute bullshit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, the commotion last night. So it wasn't a diversion. Let's see here. Let's see here. Using the windows is a diversion. Blackened stains? Nah. What else? The night manager's testimony. So she was waiting on him to come back. Alright, continue on. I'm taking too long. Rope. Oh wait, just the wrong one. Whoops. There we go. I meant to grab that one. What's the second one they got for this? Cause they're saying it just swayed it. Okay. Alright, keep it moving. Let's see, why was the rope pulled? No, it can't be these. Looks like how these arrows are pointing, they go like the direction. I just never. Hold on. The flow of the riverbank. What about his room? Wonder what? Wait, what's the? Yeah. Try the ashtray. Who knows? Tried the ones of the mountain already. That didn't work. Could've. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's on with your father. Tried that, didn't work. Guess he wrote down. That has nothing to do with it. I tried that one. Very good. Tried the red camellia before, but that didn't work. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I forgot about that. I had another one of these. Cause it was like two of those that were similar. I forgot about this one. So I was in the room this morning. So it's present when the body was found. There's no way Sal could have. Yeah, so we're pretty much going off of the assumption that it's somebody who wasn't there. So then that only leaves like the lover, the son, the son's wife, and dude himself. That manager's testimony. There we go. Manager's testimony. And some tell me the manager was fucking on her too. It seemed like one of those, like she seemed too hyped. She was like, yeah, that was a good night. But we got all those taken care of. That's true. I'm just trying these now. I ain't gonna cap it, y'all. Cause I'm like, yo, some of these don't make sense. I tried that, but that didn't work. Tried to swing other ropes. Swing back. Knocked over armrest. What the fuck? So wait, that one works, but the vase doesn't? What are you talking about? The armrest to the couch? Thought I tried these before. Alright. Looks like we got some more stuff here. Why is the vase knocked over? Swaying of the rope. Low into. Nope. Keep it moving. What we got? About to kill and knock over the vase. Forgot that's there. So they're saying that we was meant to hear the vase fall. Alright. What else do I have left? And I tried the low end table before. Wait, the Asher? Oh. What else is... Fam, really? The Winds of the Mountain? Bro, if y'all don't get this one out my face. I thought I did ashtray already. Ashtray must have caught on. What? Why would the ashtray be caught on the rope? Oh. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah, I bet it's completely ate it. Let's finish the rest of this out. I need all my evidence. I did not play that. Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. Ashtray is somehow related to the murder, yeah. Thank y'all for bearing with me. I'm almost done here. What the fuck? Ain't no way. Yeah, and then the light bulb being burnt out. I'm waking up now. That's my whole thing. I got somewhat a few prime suspects. And to be honest, this was part of the reason why. Because they even bring it up in the thing, like, why would they risk? It's like, how did so and so did not see them? Yeah, the ashtray came upstream. Yeah, I forgot I had that one. So it's saying the killer left the ashtray on purpose. He jumped out the window with this one. Second night. Yeah, I'm jumping out the window with this one. Bro, are they serious? Say quick think, quick me in the closet. Fish might have gone to the river, make the clear ahead. Killer must now say this. Huh? It better not be capping. I think I got everything now. Alright, finally. We can get this started.
Well then, let's think about what's happened so far. First, is there anything that caught your attention?
I agree with him on that. So they definitely were meant to hear the vase. Could have entered the room. Yeah, when was he killed? I got that done. Alright. I think I got this all figured. Need to go back to
All right. Use your reasoning to find the culprit.
Got it. I will make them confess. Let's make sense of this. Here's what I thought at first. The killer murdered my father, Genne, last night. They were also looking for something in this room, but it was too dark because the light bulb was burnt out, so they tried again. When we came by to wake my father, they panicked and escaped through the window using the rope.
That must be what happened.
But one thing puzzled me. If the killer was fleeing in panic, then there is something that really doesn't make sense.
Oh, there is?
Yes. It's the fact that
I think I'm going too fast with that one, so I think they want to go by the fact that the rope was tied securely. Because it's why like they don't want to flee in panic. Because usually I'd be like, yeah, no one saw a trace of the killer. But stick to the basics of it.
this rope is fastened securely to the railing. You wouldn't think that it had been tied in a hurry. We can deduce that this was definitely not a spontaneous action by the killer.
Ah, so the killer had planned from the start to escape to the riverbank.
Which leads us to my next question. If the killer did, in fact, climb down this rope to the riverbank, that means there was something they didn't know. If they had known, they certainly would not have picked that escape route.
Something that would make them steer clear of the riverbank. Information that the killer didn't have?
Indeed. Something that was known to everyone, except the main suspect in this case. Namely,
Talking about for the river. Yeah, it's talking about the river. So mainly for the river, right? That's what she's going off of. Mainly for the river. They're talking mainly about the river. They want to know that he was at the river.
the fact that Saita planned to go search for Ayame's glasses at the riverbank this morning.
You mean the commotion last night?
Yes. Try to recall what happened.
Those who are present knew about Saita's plan to search the riverbank in the morning.
Yes, I know, I'm
Something
sorry.
happened? Go get them already. I can't.
No one in that group would choose the riverbank as an escape route.
That's a good point.
That leaves only one person. Who could possibly be the killer? The killer is...
Hold on, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go back. I gotta go back. Oh wow, they ain't let me go back. Well, hold on. What's her name's not calling the mix of this? Bro, why are you looking away like that?
Uncle. You're the killer. You missed the commotion last night, meaning only you would think it was safe to flee to the riverbank.
I see. So I murdered Gene yesterday. Forgot something important and sneaked back in this morning. Then I appeared before all of you pretending to know nothing. How interesting. But I have an alibi. I was with a patient last night. Right up until Ayame contacted me this morning.
Yes. I am sure that is true.
In that case, I couldn't be the one who fled this room, am I right?
Uncle, you were... You were hiding inside this room, Uncle, when we entered this morning.
Look around. You don't see any good hiding places, do you?
Normally, we should have noticed you right away. But there was a rope hanging from the window railing. Distracted by the rope, we failed to realize that you were also hiding in this room.
Unfortunately, that's impossible.
Josie, how so?
I had already considered the possibility of the killer hiding. So, I checked this room thoroughly this morning. I can say for certain that no one else was in this room.
But...
I won't tolerate being treated like a criminal, you know. We should leave this to the police.
Is that how you plan to get away with this?
Now that Gene is dead, I'm in charge here. I trust no one has any objections. Now, Yoshino, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave!
I don't know what my uncle told the police after that. But he ultimately got away with it. All because my reasoning fell short. I couldn't follow the path of logic.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. Y'all probably wondering, like, yo, how did Voss get that shit wrong? I had just realized the uncle was the killer. You know what did it? It was when she started mentioning, oh yeah, the killer wouldn't have been able to foresee all these type of circumstances. When she said that, I instantly realized where they was going with this, and I was like, oh wait, no, it's the uncle actually. He wanted to jump to the riverbank. I don't know, I'll take the L, fuck it. He's not gonna jump down the riverbank because so-and-so would have seen him.
You didn't escape.
I'm glad you understand.
You only made it look as though you had escaped, using a simple trick.
A trick?
That rope, the cast iron kettle tied to the end of it, the vase, the Shigaraki Tanuki statue. You used all of these objects to trick us into thinking that the killer had escaped through the window.
All right, let's hear it. This kettle at the end of the rope. What do you make of it?
To be honest, it's a toss up here. The window was already open though, right? And if somebody was getting hit in the head with the kettle or being thrown at the kettle, they would have told us. So, and I'm pretty sure everybody would have heard like a window breaking. I get that these ain't like super windows or whatever, but it's like still, if you're breaking something, you would hear something breaking. You heard shit moving, not breaking.
The kettle was used to pull the rope. You used a tanuki statue to hold down the rope, with the kettle end of the rope outside the window. When someone opened the door and moved the statue, the rope would be pulled into this room, and the end tied to the kettle would drop down to the riverbank. This is exactly what happened when Josie opened the door this morning.
Even without you nearby, the trick would be set in motion automatically. And that's how you intended to evade suspicion.
You really do have quite the imagination. So, what about the vase? I have an interest in ceramics. Yes, but what does that prove?
As for the vase,
They were meant to hear the vase falling.
you set up this vase because you wanted us to hear the sound of it falling over. By putting the rope around the vase, it would be pulled off balance and fall over. Hearing that sound, we would be convinced that the killer was inside this room.
Interesting theory. But that's all mere conjecture. Perhaps the killer actually used the rope to escape. That seems more plausible, no?
But then, I can't think of why the ashtray would end up at the riverbank.
What ashtray?
The one which was beside the window yesterday was found on the riverbank.
So what if it was?
Think about it. To make us think the killer had escaped from the window, you needed the tanuki, the rope, the kettle, and the vase. That's all you needed. The ashtray didn't serve any purpose. So the reason we found it at the riverbank was... You didn't intend for it to happen. By sheer chance, the ashtray must have caught on the rope as it slid out the window. And if you were at the riverbank, would you leave the ashtray there? What if your fingerprints were on it? Or what if my father had left something in it that might incriminate you? That seems possible. And you would probably come to the same conclusion, in short. You would definitely take the ashtray and run, but you didn't. Because you weren't there at all. Let me say it again. The killer is. You're the killer, Uncle. aren't you? It's time for you to come clean.
Now, let's accept for the moment that the rope was a diversion that was left by the killer. In that case, that means it was put in place right after Gene was murdered. Which brings us back to the main question, who murdered Gene? So, do you have any evidence that points to me?
I do. But before I explain my reasoning, there's one thing I'd like to ask you, Uncle.
What is it?
I'd like to take another look at your entry in the inn's guest book. Here is the guest book which Misao has kindly shared with me. This is your writing, isn't it?
It is.
Looks like it was written with a fountain pen, doesn't it? The ink and the lines are clearly different from all the other entries. You wrote this with your personal fountain pen, Uncle.
It writes easily. I like it.
So why did you have to borrow a pencil from Misao? When you left to attend to an emergency patient, you borrowed a pencil from Misao, didn't you?
Well,
So, why?
Because...
Perhaps... The fountain pen was the murder weapon, wasn't it?
Come on. Do you think you could kill someone with a fountain pen?
If the tip is sharp enough, it's possible.
I didn't see any wounds on Gene's body that suggested death by fountain pen. Did you look closely?
Not exactly.
I don't mind waiting for the police to inspect the body, but I doubt they'll find any such wound.
If you're that confident, maybe the fountain pen wasn't the murder weapon, but there must be a reason you borrowed that pencil instead of using your own pen. It must have been because... Your fountain pen was out of ink, wasn't it? You kept it in your sleeve, perhaps, and it broke during your scuffle with my father. Isn't that so? And I'd wager you didn't notice the broken fountain pen at the time. Because if you had realized it, you certainly wouldn't have left such damning evidence at the scene of the crime.
Evidence? What evidence could there be? Out with it!
Father's bloodstains. All dried up and tinged with black. But this shade of black is more than just dried blood. It contained some of the ink from your fountain pen, you see. You got in a scuffle with my father, and the pen that was in your sleeve broke. The ink that leaked out got mixed with my father's blood. Am I right? Once we compare the composition of these stains and the ink in the guest book, the answer will be clear. This ink is the evidence that you are the killer. We solved the mystery. But one question still remained.
Well, who the hell are you?
That's my very insightful companion and fellow investigator. But more importantly, Uncle, tell me why you killed my father. Answer me.
Saita told you the true purpose of the succession, I presume. This is Gene's last year, and you were next in line to become ageless, Yoshino. But Gene not only let you escape, he even gave you our last Tokijiku, the only one left in existence. Gene vehemently opposed the Shijima family's research. He let his successor run away with the Tokijiku in an attempt to end the tradition once and for all.
And that's why you murdered him? How could you? How could you, Uncle Asa? I'll never forgive you. You didn't have to kill him!
Silence! So what if one tired shell of a man dies? Let go of me! Don't touch me!
Is that a chameleon?
So you're the Scarlet Camellia after all.
Why are you meddling in our affairs? Have we met before?
My name is Josui Sakaki.
Sakaki?
Kusaka's a false name. Don't tell me you've forgotten the name Sakaki. So it was you who left. A red camellia on the wreckage of my family home.
I see. So there was a survivor. That explains why we only found one Tokijiku in the whole estate. You'd taken them all and fled, hadn't you?
You took away my father, my mother, my child.
Oh.
I will never forgive you for killing my family!
Do you really think you're stronger than me?
Josui! Are you alright?
So Eisan Shijima's a Scarlet Camellia. I will make him pay for his crimes no matter what it takes. I'm sorry. You got dragged into this again, Yoshino.
What are you saying? I wanted this. This is just the beginning.
But we should not be together anymore. Just forget about me. Go out there and live the life you want. Otherwise, Genne won't be able to rest in peace.
Josie! Soon the snow began to fall, stealing away the last remnants of warmth. Left behind, alone in the dead of night, I silently watched the world around me fade to white.
Oh sure, still got an A, nice. Alright, we'll say that there. Like always, I'd like to thank y'all for rocking with me, Foster Gamer, Foster Gamma. And with that, catch y'all, love y'all, and peace out.